Good everyone, my name is Ebubare Peace.
Good everyone, my name is Uzoma Blessing. We are here to present our Igbo songs from the eastern of Nigeria. Enjoy.
Everybody call his name. Chidedema, Chinaza Megele, Chidima, Chinazanjo, Chidebedimo, Chibuzo, Chineke Oba, Oyoma, Oyoma, Oyoma na Shukoma, Oyoma na Shukoma, Oyoma, 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 Oyoma na Shukoma, Oyoma na Shukoma, Oyoma. Imu kome na kariwego, olego. Imu kome na kariwego, olego. Osaginela sagidola, ewae. Osaginela sagidola, olego. Imu kome na kariwego, olego. Imu kome na kariwego, olego. Osaginela sagidola, ewae. Osaginela sagidola, olego. Pim 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 pim. Oye igwe oye igwe Chineke mo igwe oye mamara igwe okaka igwe oye mamara igwe oye de kama eude mama oye de kama eude mama eude mama eude mama eude mama. Chineke idima 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 Chineke idima 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 Chineke idima 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 iburu manenu aya aya iburu manenu aya aya iburu manenu ye aya chimo ae 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 Chineke imanu iburu manenu aya aya iburu manenu aya aya iburu manenu ye aya chimo
Hello, creative minds. It's good to see you again. Welcome to the etiquette segment. I hope you've been taking down notes. I can't wait to get your questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send us a message. We'll be more than happy to attend to all of them. So let's do a quick recap of the last class. In the first and second classes, we talked about the 6 pillars of character, from trustworthiness to fairness, from fairness to respect, from respect to responsibility, from responsibility to caring, and caring to citizenship. Yes, the pillar that talks about you being royalty. I'm just pondering over here. I wonder which of the pillars you think is the best for you, or which your favorite is. Are you also wondering which of the character pillars are my favorites? Well, I would always speak to I like responsibility a lot. I do. I like responsibility. I'm inspired by that character pillar. And I also love respect. I love respect. It means a whole lot to me. And that's why I take time not to disregard people's opinion, not to disregard people's advice. And I have a lot of respect for counsel. Yes, because I intend to go very, very far. If you are like me and you want to go very far, you must learn to respect counsel, you must learn to respect yourself, and you must learn never, ever to disregard anybody's opinion, even when you do not need it at that time. Welcome to today's episode. So we're done with personal etiquette, character pillars. We're going right into social etiquette. Very interesting one. That's the one where you get to show all the poise. That's the one people see and they say, oh, I want my daughter to be like you. That's the one some people see and they say, can I be like Miss Fash? Miss Fash, can I be like you? Whenever I hear that, I just smile and I say anybody can be better than Mrs. Fash, because showing your social skills are very, very important anywhere you are. That's what is expected at any gathering. So what is social etiquette? Social etiquette is just like a set of behavior that is expected of any enlightened person at a gathering. There are so many things that show that you have social etiquette, especially when you show courtesy. So for the purpose of this class, I will be sharing about 5 with you. So I'll start from the most important ones and then we just take it one step to another until we're done. So the first thing on my list is it's very important to learn to use your magic words. Magic words are words that help you to sound polite. They're words that help you to sound really, really in the moment. Magic words show that you are paying attention. Magic words show that you're from a good home. What are those magic words? When I was in school, or maybe a few years ago, we're taught that there are 5 magic words, but they're not 5. There are actually 7. So let's start from the ones you're used to. You're used to please. That's the one you say when you want something. I love it when children are called. For example, Toba, yes please, or yes mommy. When your friends call you, don't just say yes. Yes isn't rude, it's not impolite, but it's a lot more polite to say yes please. So when you're asked the question, it's good to say yes please or no please. It doesn't mean you're begging, it just shows you are polite. So number 2 that you're used to is thank you. Oh yes, it's good to say thank you. I tell children you have to say a minimum of 7 thank yous in a day. Should we try? You say thank you when your mommy packs your bag in the morning. You say thank you when you're about to get out of your daddy's car or out of the school bus. You say thank you for the ride. When you get into your class and your teacher is done, you should say thank you for the class. When you're on your way home, you should go to your teacher and say thank you for the day. When you get back home and you see your mommy, you could say thank you mommy, I enjoyed my food. Thank you for paying attention to my homework. I got all. And when daddy comes in the evening, you could say daddy, thank you for all you do. We just did 6. Yes, thank you must always be very close to your lips. It shows you show appreciation, and when you show appreciation, you get more. When you don't show appreciation, nobody wants to do more for you. So Thanksgiving is just a call for more. So that is really, really good to say thank you. Now, if you say thank you, it's also appropriate to say no thank you. So when you say no thank you, it shows you appreciate the gesture, but you don't really want what you're offered. So if you go to your neighbor's house and your neighbor's mom says, okay, Shola, come and take some rice. Don't say, my mother told me not to eat. If I eat your rice, my mother will shout at me. My mom will be upset if I take your food. Don't say that. You could just say, no, thank you. And if your neighbor's mom says, why are you fighting with us? Don't you want to eat in our house? You say, no, ma, I'm fine. I just had something before I came here. And if you know you're hungry, you say, my mom actually prepared something for me. Once I get home, I will have it. That way she won't pick offense. She would even say, oh, what a cultured child. Shola, you are well cultured. So it's good to say thank you. It's also good to say no thank you. It's good to say pardon me. Pardon me when someone is talking and you're unable to hear. Don't say come again, repeat it. No. Show some social grace. Say pardon me or I beg your pardon, and the person takes it again. All right? And if there's an act you cannot control, so for example, I just sneezed. Instead of saying excuse me, so you're supposed to do the excuse me before you sneeze. But in the event that you're sneezing before you're able to take permission, then you say pardon me. Pardon me means that was not intentional. Yes, we can't take all the magic words today. I am so happy that you have been following, and I'm looking forward to sharing the other 4, because I told you there are 7 in the next class. Thank you for paying attention. Bye. Hello, children.
Hello, Mrs. G.
All
All right. I'm very excited to see your lovely faces. Are you happy today?
Yes, Mrs. G.
Okay, you're most welcome to today's story time with Mrs. G.
Yay!
And to our viewers out there, you're most welcome to Storytime with Mrs. G. Today, we're going to be listening to a very interesting story about two friends. About how many friends, my friends?
2 friends.
Fantastic. The very first friend is a hare, and the second friend is a tortoise. Everyone say a tortoise.
A tortoise.
Have you seen a tortoise before?
Yes.
How about, have you seen a hare before?
Yes.
All right. So my story is going to be about the tortoise and the hare. Remember I said they are very good friends. Now, the hare is known for something very good. He was a swift and a very fast animal. Do you know what it means to be swift? Somebody that's very fast. Everybody pretend to be fast. Someone that is very fast. So the hare was a very fast animal. But on the other hand, the tortoise was known for its slowness. He was very, very slow. So, every time, whenever the hare comes in contact with the tortoise, he would tell him, I'm a very fast animal. I can run very fast. I can do things in a swift way. He would always brag about himself and his strengths. On the other hand, the tortoise would just be looking at him and say, okay, good job, friend, thumbs up, friend, and all of that. Now, this continued day after day. The hare will be bragging about his ability to be always fast when it comes to races. And then the tortoise became so tired and he said, you, Mr. Hare, I've heard a lot about how swift and fast you are. Guess what? Let's go on a challenge. And then the hare said, what challenge are you talking about? And the tortoise said, let's go on a race. I'm going to win you, I promise. The hare said, you can. You're very slow. I'm sure the tortoise wasn't very happy about that comment. And he believed in himself, and so he told the hare, okay, I will go on the challenge. And guess what? All the animals in the animal kingdom were very interested in the race between the tortoise and the hare. So a date was fixed. And everybody gathered. The whole animals in the animal kingdom came together to watch the race between who and who? The tortoise and the hare. And they were seated just the way I'm seated. And everyone was watching. Boom! The whistle was blown. Everybody blow your whistle. Let's go. Yes, they blew the whistle. And then the race started. Of course, who's supposed to win the race? It's supposed to be the hare. Why? Because he is very, very swift and fast when it comes to races. And so the hare started running. He ran and ran. And when he turned behind him, he looked and noticed that the tortoise was far behind, taking his time. And do you know what the hare did? The hare looked at the tortoise and he said, hey, fellow, I told you, say you're very fast. And the tortoise told him, no problem. Slow and steady wins the race. Can you join me to say that statement? Slow and steady wins the race. And the hare laughed at him. Can I have you laugh like the hare? Let's go. And they laughed at the tortoise. But guess what? The tortoise wasn't discouraged. He kept on focusing on what he was doing. Remember, he was very slow. Now, when the hare ran to a certain point, he decided to take a break. Oh, friends, I look a bit tired. I just want to have a little rest. And then he decided to have a nap. Remember, the race was on. And he said to himself, I need to have a nap because the tortoise is very slow. And no matter how hard he tries, he will not be able to meet up with me. And then he decided to sleep. Can I have you sleep like the hare? And he started snoring. Wow, my goodness. He kept on sleeping and sleeping. Now, thank you for that, children. Guess what? The tortoise kept saying to himself, slow and steady wins the race. Let's go. Slow and steady wins. Can I hear you do it better? Slow and steady. Now I want to have our viewers over there. I want to have you do it together with us. Now we go together, slow and steady, 1, 2, go. Slow and steady wins the, let's go. Slow and steady wins the race. And he kept on saying this to himself. And guess what? The hare was still busy asleep. He started snoring, making noises all over. Remember, the animals in the animal kingdom were all watching the race. And the tortoise kept on making effort. He kept on persevering, pressing on, and boom! He was close to the finishing line. Isn't that amazing? Yes. He was almost there. And the hare was still busy sleeping. In fact, he woke up at some point and he said, I know the tortoise can win this race. He said to himself again. And he went back to his nap and kept on sleeping and snoring. Ladies and gentlemen, dear children, do you know what happened? With the slow and steady movement of the tortoise, he got to the finishing line. Woo! Isn't that amazing? Yes! He got to the finishing line, and guess what? His friend was busy sleeping. And then, when he crossed the line, everyone screamed and cheered. Yay! Can we cheer the tortoise? Let's go. Yay! So the tortoise won the race. And do you know what the villagers did? Most of the animals went up to the hare and they tapped him. Hello, Mr. Hare. Hello, Mr. Hare. And he woke up and stretched himself. Oh, my goodness. Can I have you stretch yourself? Let's go. Oh. And then when he woke up, he said, I know the tortoise is still behind me. And they told him, hey man, you better look forward. And when he looked forward, he saw the tortoise being cheered by all the animals in the animal kingdom. Oh my goodness. If you happen to be the hare, you're going to be happy? No. So the hare was very sad. Can I see your sad faces? The hare was very sad. He couldn't win the race after bragging that he was the fastest animal on earth. But the tortoise, who happens to be the very slow one, won the race. So even the king of the animal kingdom was very excited. And he gave the tortoise a wonderful gift. Everyone, please put your hands together for Mr. Tortoise. So Mr. Tortoise was so proud of himself. He was very happy. But to the sad hare, he went home disappointed. Can I see your faces looking disappointed? He went home disappointed. And he told himself, I will never brag about my strengths again. If I was humble enough, I would have won the race. And to the tortoise, he said to himself, wow, I never knew I would be able to win this race. I just only believed in my little strength, and I happened to be the winner. Of a truth, slow and steady wins the race. Can we go? I want you to give me maybe a tap on your hands. We're going to go like this. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's go. Slow and steady wins the race. So with these children, I have come to the end of today's episode and today's interesting story about the tortoise and the hare. I know you have learned a series of lessons from today's story, so I'd like to hear 2 lessons from 2 people. All right. Okay. What did you learn from the story?
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's very beautiful. Yes. What did you learn from the story? It's not good to brag. That was very beautiful. Now, thank you, everyone. I know you've all learned interesting lessons from today's story. But we're leaving with one thing today. That, can we say together? Slow and steady wins the race. So thank you very much, our lovely children, and to our viewers out there. We have come to the end of today's episode. Thank you. We hope to see you in our next episode. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Now, children, I want you to say bye-bye to our friends out there. Bye-bye.
Hello children at home, how are you doing? Last week I taught you how to make a paper lavender. Hope you were able to try it at home and hope you got it. I know you will get it, you are genius. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this paper flower so that your paper bucket can be full, so that your flower can be fuller. Okay, can we start now? All right, so what will you be needing? As usual, you need your paper, your sugar paper, and then you need different colors. So for the flower, you will need a size of 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter, a square. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing you do is you fold it diagonally like this, like you want to get a triangle. Then from the triangle, you fold it into 2 again, like this. You have another triangle. Another again, you fold it again like this. So you have another triangle. So at this junction, you need to cut. So how do you cut? First, let's take a study of this paper, because if we don't cut it right, we'll have something else. Now this paper has 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. So the first side, all closed, is not open at all. I hope you can see that on your paper too. Then we have the second side. That side is kind of open and also closed. There are 3 pieces of it. Now we have the other part, the third part. It's all open, 1, 2, you can even literally count all the pieces. You have about 8 pieces. Okay, I hope yours is like mine. So when you've got this, this is the top. The part that is all open will serve as the top. So you're going to cut like a cone, like the shape of a cone. I'm going to draw it and I'll show you. Like this, from one end to the other, to get a cone, like this. It's easy. Okay, so then you cut through the cone to get your flower. Okay, make sure you cut neatly, okay, and the edges are sharp. So you have this. When you cut this, you cut it in between a little. Open it again, cut in between a little, open it again, and then cut here and cut the opposite side. So you have this, all right? So the next thing you want to do is to cut off 1 petal. Each curve is a petal, so you cut off 1 petal. This flower has 8 petals, so you cut 1 off. You have 7 left, okay? The 7 left, you trim 1, like this. Did you see that? Very easy. So the rest, you take your scissors and you pull. So it gives you a curve. Just pull, make sure you don't tear the paper. Don't pull with all your might, but just a little strength and you are there. So you have this, okay? Set this aside, then pick the next paper, which is about 5 centimeter by 30 centimeter, okay? Fold it into 2. If you remember how we did the lavender, this is also like it, okay? Fold it into 2 equally, fold it into 2 again. I'm sure this is familiar. Fold it into 2 again, okay? Then you cut, just like the lavender. You cut bit by bit, bit by bit, okay? Until you have gotten to the end of the paper. Okay, don't forget, cut the middle because they will be bigger than the rest since they were folded. So you have this. Glue it, open it, put glue on one side. Oof. Spread the glue and then close it up. Okay? Then put glue again here. Now it's time to use your chopstick. So this time around, you are rolling on the stick, but it's a bit different. Instead of you rolling down, you have to roll on a spot, okay? So you just roll on a spot. Make sure the paper doesn't leave that very spot. If it leaves that very spot, you will have a lavender. You won't have the inner part of the flower. So just roll on a spot, okay? On a spot. Don't forget, it's on a spot. Now, sometimes the paper might want to get out of hand, but tell the paper, I'm the one in control. You cannot control me, okay? So keep rolling. Keep rolling. Make sure it doesn't leave that spot, because you're actually the one controlling the paper, telling the paper where to stay, where to go, and where not to go. You know, just like mommy and daddy does. So you have this. Okay? So now you take this, the first one we made, put glue in the middle, okay? And then put glue here. Then pick this, put it in the middle like this, and then you lap this. That little part, you lap it at the back, and then you push this down so the gum can help it stick, okay? You have to hold it for a while so it can dry. When it's dried, okay, mine is not dried. Let me hold it again. So once it's dried, have your flower. Let's add this to our lovely flower pots. Lovely, isn't it? So your flower vase is getting fuller and fuller. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope you will try it at home. See you next time. Bye.